Hello and welcome to the Battalion Marching Orders here at mynorthbaynow.com. I'm Richard Coffin, and today's guest is Dalyn Wakely, forward with the North Bay Battalion. Welcome, Dalyn. Thanks for joining us today.
Hey, Richard. Thank you for having me.
So the 2020 OHL priority selection seems so long ago now. Maybe take us through that day and what it was like being selected by the battalion.
Yeah, it was a whirlwind day. North Bay was certainly not a city I expected to end up in, but truly grateful to be picked by them. Even though I didn't expect to go at 30, that call still, gave me chills hearing Adam ask if I'd report. And of course that answer was yes. And I think we've got a lot of talent here on the team. So it's a pretty exciting time. And since that day, I've been looking forward to being up here, and I'm happy to be here now.
Excellent. So, looking back at training camp and now the preseason games against Owen Sound and Ottawa, what's been the highlight for you these past few weeks?
Like you mentioned, just getting into games. It's been, a year and a half of a lot of practice and a lot of repetitious stuff. So I think just getting into that first game with Owen Sound and playing alongside my teammates for the first time, it's been great. And I think we're building towards a pretty good team here. So it's been exciting.
You had some success getting a couple goals too so far, right?
Yeah. It's nice to get them early, but I think the important thing is wins for our team. So, we were lucky to get two there, or not lucky, but we were happy to get two there early on, and I think we look forward to keep building on that.
And how are you enjoying your time here in North Bay?
It's amazing. I've had, a lot of family, a lot of friends ask how it's like up here so far, and every time I love it. I live on the water here with my belt, so it's an amazing place, and it's been a pretty easy transition to move up here. And I've got a lot of family support back home, but also my billets, so I owe a lot to them too. They've made it really easy.
What kind of lessons or tips are you getting from some of the veteran players?
Yeah, I think it's just kind of, to focus on being you and what got you to this point in time. I lean on guys like Mitch Russell and Liam Arnsby. They sit beside me in the dressing room, and they're pretty easy guys to talk to. So anytime I need any help, or in the case of Liam, anytime I'm wondering about a face-off or something, he's a centerman too. So we chatter a lot about that. But also, I think it's just a lot about learning about stuff off the ice too. This year being a draft year, I think it's important that, they've kind of just let me know. And from the past draft, I know to not really pay attention to rankings or anything, just focus on the team game and try to get wins. And, the personal success will come with that.
That's what I wanted to ask you about next is how do you approach this year, being eligible for the NHL draft?
Yeah, it's certainly something you keep in mind. I think, you'd be lying if you said you weren't thinking about it. But, I've had a year and a half to prepare for this time now. And I think, I'm going to put my best foot forward this year, not only to get drafted, but also help this team win. I think, like I've said, we've got a really good team here. And, I think we can win a lot of games. And our team motto ever since I was a minor midget was, have team success and the personal success will come after. So I think just helping our team win. And like I said, the other stuff will come after.
Right on. So a number of players have come back from NHL camps, and what are they telling you guys about their experiences?
Yeah, so they're not all back. Winslow's yet to come back, and I know him pretty well. So I'm sure I'll be talking to him when he's back. I think he's back today, but a guy like Brandon Coe, obviously he comes back and he's got, that NHL tenacity to him when he comes back, and that's exciting to see. And I think it's more, not really asking too much about it, because you kind of know what he's been through just through coming to the OHL as a rookie and kind of knowing what it's like. But I think just watching, and he's just leading by example when it comes to that stuff. So seeing how he carries himself off the ice and on the ice, and, Joe Verbetic in net too, I think the goalies are learning a lot from him. So they've done a really good job of just kind of leading by example and showing us the way.
Who are your idols growing up, and are there any pros that you look to model your play after?
Yeah, so my dad, he had a chance. He never played in the OHL, but he was drafted, and he's always been by my side. Even now, I call him every day after I work out, and we just have a quick chat. So he's always been, a big person I lean on for my hockey stuff. But in terms of NHL guys, Sidney Crosby, just, the way he's kind of an all-around guy. He's a very good leader. And I like to pride myself on being a leader, on and off the ice. And just the way he, has a 200-foot game, I kind of like to play that way too. So I think just trying to be as well-rounded as possible in all areas and just try to keep growing as a player.
You mentioned leadership there, and is that how you would describe your play and what kind of role you have with the team?
Yeah, I mean, as a new guy, people might not expect you to want to be a leader or be a leader right away, but I think, natural leaders, they'll come in and they'll just be themselves. And if you're a leader, then you'll lead. A letter or not, you're going to lead either way. So I think we've got a ton of leaders on this team. Everybody's a leader in a different way, and I think I just look to bring, the lead by example. I'm not quite as vocal as some other guys, but just lead by example a little bit and show even the young guys, the 2005 guys, show them what I know a little bit and learn from each other.
If there's maybe some younger kids that are looking to get into the OHL, what sort of tips would you offer them? Maybe they're in midget or whatnot or AAA and looking to get drafted into selected into the OHL. What are some tips or pointers?
Yeah, I mean, I watch. I'm always trying to learn new stuff as a guy, whether it's watching older guys or even younger guys, because the young guys I'm watching, even they're 6 and 7 years old and they have incredible skill. It's insane. But I think it's just, learning who you are as a player and understanding what you bring to the table and really trying to execute at that. I mean, if you want to be a goal scorer, then make sure you're improving all your skills. And if you're a centerman, work on face-offs. I know that's a big thing for me, always trying to key in on every draw. So I think it's just learning about who you are as a player and understanding that when you're, meeting with OHL teams or looking to go to the OHL, they're looking for you to continue to be you. So just be comfortable with who you are and be the best you can be.
Do you have any pregame traditions or anything like that?
Well, I've had a lot growing up, but I think it kind of, at a point it gets to your head a little bit. So I've tried to cut them out a little bit. I guess just kind of doing the same pregame handshakes with a couple of the boys, Van Steensel, him and I have a little pregame thing, Anthony Romani. So just little handshakes and stuff like that. But I think, I'm super superstitious. All the guys know that. So I just try to keep it toned down a little bit now. Yeah.
Right on. You mentioned a lot of excitement around the team. And is that what you expect the fans to experience from this team this year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I remember the first exhibition game there a couple of weeks ago. The excitement in the hallway there before we hit the ice was incredible. And I can only imagine what it's going to be like on October 7th. I know we had 600 or 700 people out to the exhibition games in North Bay, and that itself was crazy. So I can only imagine what it'll be like if we get some more people in there, and that's on us to keep winning and bring people in. So yeah, I think the excitement around the team is pretty for real, pretty legit. And as we get even more NHL guys back, like I mentioned, Winslow, our team will look pretty good. So
excellent. I guess in terms of opening night and things like that, and the new recommendations with more fans allowed, that's got to be exciting for you guys to be able to play in front of more people, right? Yeah,
for sure. Just the environment in North Bay is crazy, and the pregame stuff they got going on out there and everything. I can't wait. I can't even really imagine what it'll be like if we get to 2,000 people in there, let alone 4,000, hopefully eventually. So yeah, it's just, we're focused on getting wins, but having people in the building is really nice too. So yeah, I can't wait.
Thanks for joining us today, Dalyn. This has been the Battalion Marching Orders on mynorthbaynow.com with forward Dalyn Wakely. I'm Richard Coffin.